Let's get more details on this morning's explosion at the eNCA oil refinery in Durban. The people who live next to the refinery justifiably concerned about safety protocols. I'm joined now by the coordinator of the South Durban Community Environmental Alliance, Desmond D'Sa. Good day to you, Desmond. So could you tell us what is the situation in the area of the explosion currently?
Good afternoon, and good afternoon to the listeners. Well, the current situation is a lot of people are traumatized. A lot of children were affected. This was a major blast at 7 a.m. this morning. A lot of windows were shattered. Other folks have been rushed to hospital as well. But the fire was so huge. It's something that has happened in the past, but this one has taken a few years to happen again. And this is something that has been forthcoming. A lot of workers were rushed out of there this morning and ended up in hospital. We don't know the situation with them, but a number of ambulances, over 10 ambulances that witnessed myself because I was on the scene, and they all were rushed to St. Augustine's Hospital.
You say this is not the first... So sorry. You say this is not the first time there's been a blast or an incident at this particular refinery?
Yes, at this particular refinery, we've had over 30 explosions and fires since 1995 that we have well documented, and it's out in the public domain.
Is this the worst?
This is one of the worst that has occurred. It's not the worst. There's many others that have burnt for 3 days, 4 days, and they struggled to put it off.
Has eNCA...
This one was...
I'm sorry, has eNCA spoken to you as representative of the community? Have they spoken to the community about what happened this morning?
No, they don't. They just issued a statement. This is a continuous denial of eNCA not to put out any accurate and correct information. In fact, the sirens did not go off. We never heard the siren this morning. I was on the scene within 5 minutes because I'm just up the road. One of the flats caught on fire. Because that blast had an electric effect on some of the homes that are close by. So one of the flats, we had to evacuate those people. The fire was put off, but they never spoke at all. They just issued a blank statement that they investigate. That's the usual rhetoric. They never speak the truth of what really happened. And the problem is that we don't have a council or a government in Durban that's prepared to get a stakeholder forum for us to sit around the table so we can find solutions to these ongoing problems. During level 3, the very same unit blew up and affected people. It wasn't a massive fire, but it blew up, and a lot of community had to breathe in all those chemicals. You can imagine during COVID, at level 3 stage, people breathing in all these nasty fumes and chemicals in their homes. So this is not something new.
Yeah.
In a year.
So tell me something, with being so close to this oil refinery, is there a clear safety protocol plan, an evacuation plan on when you evacuate, how you evacuate, who the marshals are, how you'll be collected and moved out of the area?
There's absolutely no plan. They've never presented any plan. The last 25 years, they've been talking about plans. In the last 5 years, they've employed people that have been sitting down and doing absolutely nothing. So they've got people employed to develop a plan. The person comes to meeting and says, well, I must apologize that I've done nothing about the plan. So there is no plan. No way. Then they've taken away the biggest green lung that we've had in South Durban, the Claywood Racecourse. So we don't know where to run to and where to go to. All the community halls or the government halls are closed. They locked up, and during COVID, you can't even get near them. So there's no plan, no siren, no indication, no safety zones, absolutely nothing. And these are regular occurrences that have occurred in South Durban now for a number of years, and government is fully aware about it. And all they do is put out the rhetoric that government is serious and committed and concerned about society, but in fact, it's the opposite. If thousands of us get killed, they won't worry a damn.
I can hear you're angry, and I can understand why. 30 explosions and fires since 1995 at this refinery, right? At this particular refinery?
At this particular refinery. And last year they were in Parliament, the National Parliament in Cape Town. And when they were asked about it, they couldn't even answer. Even the government health department that was up there, they couldn't answer about it, that a refinery of this nature, 66 years.
Desmond, are you still there? Just carry on your conversation. You still with us, Desmond? All right, I think we've lost our line with Desmond D'Sa. He, of course, is the coordinator of the South Durban Community Environmental Alliance, but we got a lot of very important information from him. And I'm going to